morning, Jeff Cerro, Operations Section Chief with Great Basin Team 1 with your morning report for May 12th, 2022 on the Cerro Pelado fire. The fire is 43,887 acres as of last night, about 10 o'clock p.m. Starting over on Division Alpha, we have a few people in there just patrolling and monitoring and making sure that nothing surprises us over there. Moving on to our Alpha Zulu division actually goes over here to this point. We did have some active fire in here last night around the 280 road, the Peralta Canyon area, and Peralta Canyon Road, I should say. And we're taking care of that fire in there. There's no structure threat at this point in time in there, but there is still active fire that backs its way down, and we have people in there working on both day shift and night shift to make sure that that doesn't do any structure damage in there. Moving around into Division Foxtrot down into the south, or into southerly into the east side of the fire. We had crews out here last night off the 289 road, the 287 road, holding this piece of fire right here along Obsidian Ridge and the 287 road in check. They did a great job last night. No appreciable movement on that fire. They tell me at night around midnight to 3-4 o'clock in the morning, you look down in there and you can hardly see the fire. We all know it's still there, but it definitely dies down when the wind gets off of it and nightfall comes. So we had our division Mike resources come off the 289 road, work this road system off the Dome Lookout, the old Dome Lookout road, and then they came around on this side of the fire, either cold trailing, where they walk along the edge of the fire and they use the back of their hand to find heat, and they'll spray a little water, throw some dirt. This fire didn't have a lot of intensity, so they were able to do that, build a little bit of hand line with tools, and so basically we have people all the way around this side of the fire. That doesn't mean that it's contained or that we have a real secure line right there. It just means that we have people there that have been working all that, and wind could still pick up an ember and take it across our line, and we could be chasing the fire out to the east again. But right now it's looking good right there. Coming down into this southerly portion of Division Mike along the West Mesa, right in here. It's kind of hung up in there. It's been hung up in this area for the whole time we've been here, over a week now, and hasn't made any forward progress, but we have people that watch that and make sure it doesn't sneak out on us. Down in here in the southern area, on the Cocha de Pueblo, this area hasn't moved. This area of fire hasn't moved for probably 3 days. We have folks down in there, again, monitoring, taking action if any heat is near the line. Moving over into Division Oscar down there off the 266 road on the south end. We have folks that we had originally thought that this fire would move faster towards us down here on the 266, and that we'd probably use this line here I'm pointing at as a holding feature, but the fire got hung up in rocks and it's slowly creeping more than actually moving very rapidly. So folks are taking vehicles on any roads that they can use to access this fire, walking in, doing what we call hot spot, and basically just building a line around the places that have a potential to continue to move, as long as it's safe to do so and they can get into the bottom of these canyons, and slow that fire spread or stop that fire spread on the places that continue to want to move. Otherwise, they monitor the places where it's hung up in rock cliffs and things like that, and we'll just continue to watch those spots. Moving over into Division Romeo at our break. This is Hondo Canyon for the people that know where that spot is. There's also Bear Springs right down in this area. So we have this little piece of what we're calling a horseshoe, kind of where that fire is creeping down slope down towards the 266 road, where the 266 runs north and south, and that continues to close up. There was active fire in there last night. The crews down in there may end up initiating a little bit of burning off that 266 road, depending on whether the winds today out of the northwest, whether that affects this fire differently than it was when it was coming out of the southwest. So make that call whether they need to burn off the road. But right now the fire's still moving down towards the road. They also hiked up in here and put out some of this fire, so they compartmentalized this chunk of horseshoe, and they may take action to put out the fire up higher in this area and bring the fire to the road down lower. So we also have an IA group, an initial attack group that helps out on the fire as necessary, and then stays close to the paved roads where they can respond to any kind of an initial attack. If there was a new fire, help out, keep those new fires small. We have a structure group that's still got folks over here on the Bandelier National Monument that are doing fuels reduction work around some of the historic structures and some of the newer structures both. But in the event the fire continued to move east, we wanted to be prepared, have those structures prepared. We also have some equipment that we ordered up. It took a while to get here. Some of it came out of the Pacific Northwest. It's feller bunchers, machines that can cut multiple trees, lay them down, kind of to help us out on this area that we were going to prepare for the fire to come onto on Highway 4 or beyond Highway 4 when we're looking up here. Right now, we're feeling cautiously optimistic about that east side of the fire, so we're staging that equipment up off of Highway 4 for either deployment on our fire, on this fire here, or for, I've been communicating with the folks over on the Calf Creek fire over near Las Vegas, about whether they would like to use some of that equipment over there. So we're always communicating between fires, trying to figure out where we can best utilize those pieces of equipment. So if we don't utilize them here, we're going to send them over to their fire, and so it'll help them rather than them ordering that equipment that takes several days to get here. So that is it for the morning report.